Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Amazing Foundation Ministries International. My name is Toluwadope Downsi, and it's wonderful to adoration to God. May His name be exalted in Jesus' name. And tonight is so wonderful for us to be alive. This is a totally new session. This is different from the war prayer strategy that we're working on. This is tonight we're talking about the awesomeness of God. The awesomeness of God. You know, throughout some few weeks now, a lot of things have happened, to me personally, to people that I know. And I just thought to myself that things that have happened and yet we're still alive. If you look into your life, you will notice that it can only be because of God's power. It can only be because of God's grace. It can only be because of God's special grace, God's special anointing, God's special love, His sufficiency for us, God's special provision. That's why you and I, that's why we are alive. That's why we have breakthrough in situations we're going through in life. Isn't He worthy of our praises? Isn't He worthy of our honor? He is God. He is God from the beginning to the end. He's the all-sufficient God. He's the Jehovah Rapha, Jehovah Rohi. He's the El Shaddai. He's everything to us. I just want to give Him praise because He's been good to us. So, what is it when we say God is awesome, the awesomeness of God? As I was meditating on this, I looked into a story in the scriptures, and the one that came to my spirit was the children of Israel. When you say God is awesome, what does it mean? That means He's done something that everybody has to stand in awe of Him. What does awe mean? It means to fear and tremble before God and to say, wow, this can only be you, Lord. This can only be you. Nobody else could have been able to do this. Only you, only you, only you. Because you are God from the beginning to the end. We give you all the glory. We give you all the honor. you know and I was just thinking of this story that came into my spirit, and it resonated heavily in my spirit when I thought of it. And this is about the children of Israel. The children of Israel, they they were going through quite a lot. They were being tormented by the Egyptian, by Pharaoh. It was so much work, so much stress, and it was affecting their whole family, the entire generation that were present at that time in Israel. It was really, really affecting them. It was seriously affecting them. And you're wondering, excuse me, how are we going to be set free from all this? They were worried because they were tempted. Not only tempted, they were made to suffer serious affliction, and they were wondering when, how, who will bring them out. Guess what? The awesome God did. He brought them out. He brought them out of the wilderness where they were made to serve, where there was serious terrorism, where they were made to serve with rigor. He brought them out. He set them free from Pharaoh, from Egypt. He brought them. Not only that, they were blessed. They found favor in the sight of the Egyptians, because when they were released, the Lord said they should go and ask, that He will give them favor. And they actually received favor, because they were like, oh, what do you want? We'll give you our necklaces, we'll give you this, we'll give you that. The awesomeness of God. God does things that will make even you and I to tremble before Him, that will make people that are around us to tremble before Him and want to come and serve your God. And wow, there's nobody else that could have done this. It can only be your God. And who is that your God? Who is that your God? I want to come and serve that God. That's what it means. Just, if we delve more into that stories, this story is in the book of Exodus, of course. Excuse me. If we delve more into that story, we will discover that the children of Israel went through extreme torture, extreme torture. Each time they spoke to the king to let them go, to go and serve their God, each time they requested to be set free, you will notice that there was too much. Rather than being set free, they were kind of locked in to more stress, to more pain, to more agony, to more shame. Are you going through such a situation right now where instead of you being set free, you're requesting to be set free? But what you discover that rather than being set free, your enemies are being locked up every now and then. That each time you requested for being set free, the question is because you're not in pain enough. Because that's what Pharaoh told the Israelites, that is because they still have some time. They're not in serious pain. That is why they have time to be saying, let my people go. But guess what? Even before this let my people go story, when they were serving on their own, when Moses wasn't there yet, there was too much torture, there was too much pain, there was too much agony, there was a lot of disgrace, shackles. They were in serious shackles, serious chain. They were disgraced. But see the awesomeness of God. He made a way for them. He spoke to Moses, and God so good. Moses attended to the call of God. We've done some calculations before with my children. Like when you calculate how many the number of years it took for Moses to grow up, and with all that happened to him, to go out, get married, and come back inside, and then for God himself to send him back into Egypt to come and deliver his children. Then that tells that God knows how many years they've been going through it. So my question is, how many years? Are you counting the number of years as well? You're wondering, I've been in this for too long. It's taking too long. I'm expecting it to get better, but it's even getting worse. It got really worse with the children of Israel. It actually got extremely worse just before Moses came, just before God sent Moses. It got really worse. But it's going to get better. That's the news. That's the good news I've got for you. It's going to get better. But it got really worse. So are you in that situation and you feeling like, wow, instead of things getting better, it's just getting worse? I'm telling you tonight that God in his infinite mercy is able to save you, because he's done it before. He's able to do exceeding abundantly above all you can ever think or imagine. He's still on the throne. He's awesome. He's going to do something wonderful that people will fear before him, and they will honor God you, and they will say, this God that you're serving, he is the God that we want to serve. Please show us the way to the Father. Show us the way to the God that you're serving. Teach us how to serve your God. The awesomeness of God that does only what no man can do. Is the one that can save you from pain, from shame, from disgrace, from worries your heart. He's the one that did in the sight of Pharaoh. And guess what? Eventually, what happened? The Egyptians, especially those who were sent to go and attack them, even while they were on the way to promised land, they all perished in the sea, including Pharaoh himself. Including Pharaoh himself. The awesomeness of God. Those difficult times when it looks like everything is finished, it makes a way. He makes a way. He sends a Moses whom he will show your affliction to, and he will say, I want you to deliver this person. I want you to go. I'm going to send you to go and deliver this person for me. Yes, they might give excuses. Yes, they may give excuses, but we want the grace of God, that they will not give so much excuse, and they will obey God in order to be able to support us. But that is how God, that one is another topic for another time. Because you will normally hear people say, God sends his angels, and you hear people say even the people are also the angels, and it's very true. Moses in that case was like an angel sent to deliver the children of Israel. I didn't say he's an angel, but he was like an angel at that moment. But that is for another time, you know. But the awesomeness of God, where everything, where you've looked left, right, and center, you've concluded, even you may not be aware of what you're going through, how intense and how it's likely to affect your life, how it's likely to affect your ministry, your health, your children. You may not be aware. You see, some of the things that I've gone through has made me to understand that there are things that are happening even while we are going up and down, doing our day job, our daily job, or maybe traveling. You get yourself ready, and that's why I've learned some lessons that it's better for you to listen to the Spirit very well. Not only that you listen to the Holy Spirit, but you understand what He's saying to you without guesswork. Understand and be clear that whatever decision He wants you to make, or whatever step He wants you to take in life, He's actually the one asking you to take that step, not that you're taking it by yourself. Because that's when you see His awesomeness. You don't want it to return in. I mean, to turn into something negative. You want to strictly follow Him. There's a song that says, "Where you lead me, I will follow, with your rod and staff to guide me from the mountains into the valley," something like that. "You will lead my heart through safely, and I will rest in the shadow of your wings. My soul follows hard after thee." The awesomeness of God requires us to follow hard after Him, because that is when we are able to see the awesome power of God. You can't be saying God is awesome and that you have seen some of His awesomeness and you want to experience that but not be ready to listen to what He's saying, or not take your time to be in His presence to understand what He's trying to tell you. The awesomeness of God is so powerful. He will do something that will make even the whole world to tremble before Him. Let's think about the Daniel. The Daniel story is coming to me now. Daniel's story, when he was told that he should not serve his God. Who else could have saved Daniel? At the time the king made a decree, the king was forced to make a decree, and the king was informed that you can't turn it around. You just have to follow whatever you say. This is in the book of Daniel. It was only the awesome God that made Daniel to be in the lion's den, lion for that matter, and not be eaten up by lion. Not even just one lion, loads. Because it's called lion's den. So if it's lion's den, which means there are lions in there, not just one lion. It was the awesomeness of God that made it impossible for the lions to eat up Daniel. Because God is awesome, is worthy to be stood in awe of. That means fear, with fearfulness, with trembling. Why? Because of the miracle, because of something wonderful that He has done, that He is doing, that He's going to do in our lives. Awesomeness of God. Think about His love. Think about His awesomeness in your family. Think about the things that He has done for you. Think about the things that He's going to do. Think about all the things that He has promised. And I just wanted to say to Him, how awesome is your name? How awesome is your name in all the earth. We give you all the glory as we worship at your throne. How awesome is our God! Through the greatness of your power shall thy enemies submit themselves to you. That's all we've got for you tonight. God is awesome. He's going to do what no man can do for you. Enjoy the rest of your night and have a wonderful week ahead. This is Tolu Alokwe Down. See you again from Amazing Foundation Ministries International. God bless you and thank you for listening. Goodbye.